Good evening and welcome to Pleasant Hill Stadium, Eklund Field. Tonight's Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, MRVC West Conference Championship game. And we've got two undefeated teams as center is at Pleasant Hill on a senior night here for the Roosters. Hi everybody, Kevin White, Johnny Beck, Leon Liebel. Well, we don't have to hype this one. The conference title on the line tonight. What a story Pleasant Hill's been last couple years. In 2019, they were 0-10. Now they're playing for a championship. And as far as center, they just got in this conference a few years ago, so this will be their first look at a conference title. And we've seen some good games over the last few years.
Yeah, last two times these teams have met, the home team able to squeak out the win. But like you said, Kevin, a lot on the line tonight for both teams.
Running backs in the spotlight as we get to our Hy-Vee player profile. This guy, Juice Love for center.
Yeah, he's a fast back, probably one of the faster ones around in the area. Over 900 yards on the ground this year, 15 touchdowns, so look for him to get the ball a lot. Plus, he's in the receiving game as well.
And for the Roosters, this guy is a record setter, Dylan Kaufman.
Yeah, last year, single-season rushing leader for this school, ended up being the career rushing leader. He's the guy who's going to get the ball. He's more of a power back, so look for them to be physical tonight on that side of the ball.
Yellow Jackets and Roosters with the conference on the line. It's the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week, and we're back for the opening kickoff right after this. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. Beautiful sunset here in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, part of Cass County and Jackson County. They had fireworks before the game. We're at Eklund Field, named after a former doctor in the area. And the band performing before the game with our national anthem. Now we go down on the field with their opening coin toss with our referee, Jeff Gardner. Coaches shaking hands, Brian DeLong and Justin Hamilton. Both teams undefeated. This will be for the conference championship tonight. This will not be a ball game as far as the district goes, because center is Class 4 and Pleasant Hill is a Class 3 team. Temperatures in the upper 60s. We had a light rain earlier. It's a little blustery on top of the hill where this stadium sits.
To defer, Pleasant Hill will receive the ball at the clock.
Once again, center one and deferred. These teams have split their last two meetings. In 2021, center won. And they are coached by Brian DeLong in his 14th year. They've won 4 conference titles in the Western Conference, or West Central Conference. They've never won one here in the MRVC West, so he's trying to get that done tonight. His team's 7-0, 4-0 in conference play. Last time these teams played here was Justin Hamilton in his first year. And his team won 28-21. So they've split the last two meetings. Hamilton in his third year took over an 0-10 team from 2019. And all he's done is gone 2-8 his first year. Last year, 7-6. He was a finalist for the Chiefs Coach of the Year. He did not win that award, but he's really brought this program back. Last year, 7-6. This year, 7-0, 5-0 in conference play. And he's only 37 years old. Former Odessa Bulldog, played in the All-Star game, and this past summer he coached the Missouri All-Stars to a victory over the Kansas All-Stars, 32-15 there at Turner High School. Alex Baca to kick off. Hicks, Starlin, and Sudduth, the deep men. And a muff early on. And it'll be Sudduth. Gets by the first wave and nearly broke it as he's just across the 25 as we get our first look at this spread offense by the Roosters. Easton Rowe, 2-year starter, has put up big numbers completed 75% of his passes, over 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 2 INTs, can run it a little bit. And then, of course, the record setter, Kaufman, in the backfield. Single season rushing record and also career rushing leader. And they like to play fast. That is their mantra. They want to get as many snaps in. Most teams run about 50 plays per game. They want to get in the range around 70, as this running play is to Braden Bush. And he'll get a short gain. We'll see Bush and Kaufman in the backfield.
Looked like that was Devin Frazier in the backfield for that tackle for loss.
Gates involved as well, as Bush trying to maintain his balance, falling near the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and long. So Bush averaging over 10 yards per carry. And now they give it off to Kaufman, their all-time leading rusher, and he is shut down on the play. And making the stop was Jaden Latham, the strong safety. And Masterson there as well. And it'll be a 3-and-out punting unit coming out. Rowe does their punting. Former all-conference punter from last year. Deep back will be Kadarius Williams, goes by KD. Good punt away. KD muffs it. And the ball covered up by Pleasant Hill. It's a very windy night, tough night for punt returners. And the ball is covered up by the Roosters, like Jackson Schuler, number 27, covers it up. And a short field now awarded for the home team.
Yeah, it looked like that punt was kind of a knuckleball and just kind of hard to read. And right there just goes right through the hands. And fortunate for Pleasant Hill, picked that ball up. But yeah, Kev, you talked about it. This wind's coming out of the west, and that ball may have got held up in the wind a little bit.
And Kaufman stumbling to near the 30-yard line, a pickup of 3. Kaufman's second-team All-League, known more for his baseball prowess, an All-State baseball center fielder, and also will probably play some college baseball when it's all said and done. As this running play, not much doing for Bush as he's wrapped up by Reggie Davis, the Will linebacker. Duroc Tafak is their leading tackler, the Sam linebacker. Then you got Reggie Davis there. Second leading tackler is Latham, who we've seen involved in a stop. Now 3rd down and 7. Rowe, the left-hander, swing pass. Kaufman with a one-handed grab and fighting hard to the 25. Going to be a little bit short of the first down. It's 4th down coming up.
Yeah, just a swing pass out there to Kaufman. Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short.
It's only the 5th catch of the year for Dylan Kaufman. As 4th down and short, they'll go for it. Kaufman pounding his way and has enough for the first down. A 4th down conversion by the Roosters, Dylan Kaufman.
Yeah, and you see the center defense having to get lined up quickly as Pleasant Hill. They get their plays in and get their guys up to the line. Obviously, Pleasant Hill trying to wear these guys down in the second half.
They try to get a lot of snaps in as this running play by Bush, not much doing. You got Bush and you got Kaufman. They have good yards per carry averages. Kaufman averaging just over 7, Bush at just over 10. 2nd down and 8 from the 19. Rowe pulls it out. And a swing pass this time to Kaufman out of the backfield is wide and incomplete.
And he had Kaufman out there, just underthrew him a little bit. But like you said, Kev, Kaufman's not a guy that catches a lot of passes. So maybe they're trying to get a matchup with him outside with one of those linebackers.
And speaking of baseball players, Easton Rowe is a left-handed first baseman. And he's headed to Johnson County Community College in Overland Park to play college baseball. He has a single-season passing record at this school. And he's going to pass here on 3rd down. Maybe he'll take off and run. Throwing, and incomplete to Mason Hicks, coming back for the ball, couldn't hold on. And it's going to be 4th down and 8 from the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and you're in definitely 4-down territory here. Should be kicking a field goal into the wind. We'll see if the center defense can't get off the field here on this 4th down after being pushed right back onto the field on that sudden change after that muff punt.
4th down, Rowe. Sliding through the pressure, throwing to a wide open man, and they'll get the touchdown. Cole Starling was left wide open near the 5-yard line. I think he was a little shocked, Johnny. He turned around, there was nobody there, and sprinted it in for the touchdown. 19 yards on a 4th down and 8 play. They used the swinging gate as they set up for the point after touchdown. And Rowe, the left-footed soccer-style kicker. You've seen him punt it very well. He's a good kicker. As this extra point up and through. So they take advantage of the muff punt and score on a 4th down passing play. Does Pleasant Hill. 16th touchdown pass of the season by Easton Rowe.
And again, you see Starlin, he just finds some open space and just kind of sits down, and Rowe does a good job of extending that play, getting out of the pocket, and finding the throwing lane there, and then Starlin does the rest. But you see right there, Rowe doing a good job of keeping his eyes down the field and picking up the touchdown on 4th and 8.
That is the first receiving touchdown for Cole, the senior wide receiver, his 11th catch of the year. And, well, when you talk to teams and coaches at games like this for a conference title, you can't have mistakes. As you take a look at the short drive after the muff punt. And the Roosters make the Yellow Jackets pay. But in all defense to Katie Williams, it is a blustery night. It is going to be a tough night for kick returners and punt returners fielding a ball that's going to be moving throughout the air.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that ball did not have the typical punt spin. It was more of a knuckleball. And these punt returners, it's already a hard job when it's a nice day and you throw in a little bit of wind and you see what can happen.
And Rowe, a run up and a directional kick and a fair catch called for and taken just inside the 30-yard line, as that was Damon Masterson. And they've decided not to kick to the deep men. Center has the advantage speed-wise, and that is what Pleasant Hill is worried about, giving up big explosive plays tonight as the offense comes out in the field. And what a season thus far, Johnny, for Joseph Vick. What numbers he's put up this year.
Yeah, when you look at that, the 22 touchdown passes to only 1 interception, completing over 78% of his passes. This guy knows where to get the ball to, and he does it very efficiently.
They call him Black Moses as they go jet sweep. And this is Masterson with a nice run as he's across the 40 for a first down. So there's an example of that speed making the Rooster defense pay.
And you see Masterson there just get the corner. Good blocking on the perimeter there, allowing him to turn the corner, pick up big yards on first down.
Pleasant Hill plays a 3-4 defense. They're allowing 14 points per game. They've had 10 takeaways as Vick's first pass down the field has a man in stride and will take it to the house. DeAndre Pruitt burns Pleasant Hill for a long touchdown pass. And it's a 7-6 ball game here in the first quarter with the conference title on the line. $59 yards to DeAndre Pruitt, his 4th receiving touchdown of the year, 23rd touchdown pass by Vick, and an explosive play as the PAT coming up by Baca. The snap is not good, and the kick is no good. So special teams hurting center in this ball game As the score remains 7-6, looks like the snap back to the holder kind of one-hopped the holder, and he had trouble, and then Baca missed the PAT.
Yeah, here's the touchdown pass. You see Vic getting a lot of air under that ball, allowing Pruitt to kind of run underneath of it. And Kevin, you talked about the speed of this center team. Got a lot of playmakers on that side of the ball, and see Pruitt taking full advantage of that. Good pass by Vic. And you see the low snap there, and kicker not able to get into rhythm and kind of yanks it there off to the left. But
let's check in with our sideline reporter. Our first visit with Leon Liebel. Leon.
Kevin, you've been talking about this wind, and it is swirling down here. It's not just really directly out of the west. It's more of the southwest. This field faces west-east, and it is causing us a few issues. We really saw it on that punt. As Johnny mentioned, it just kind of floated up there like a knuckleball, very difficult to catch. I don't know if it had anything to do with that extra point or not, but it was also nice to have the wind at their back center for that long touchdown pass. But we're going to keep an eye on the wind situation down here.
This is Mason Hicks having trouble, and inside his 10, he'll go down as the flag is down as well. Once again, we have the kick returners and punt returners. It's Halloween's not here, but it's been a nightmare on the top of the hill here trying to field kicks and punts as Jeff Gardner with his first call tonight is a holding penalty on Pleasant Hill.
that's going to push Pleasant Hill inside the 5-yard line. Looks like they marked
Holding.
it at the 3.
Receiving team, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Yeah, backed up inside the 5, as Johnny mentioned. Let's see if we can see who was holding on the play. Saw Hicks. That ball took a kangaroo hop, and he was just lucky to down it. So Easton Rowe and the offense working deep in their own territory. Swing pass to Hicks, their leading receiver, and he'll give him some breathing room across the 10-yard line. Mason Hicks, his 25th catch of the year.
Looked like it was Starlin on the outside there with the good block that kind of sprung that pass play.
Second down and short. This running play, not much doing for Kaufman. Once again, he is the all-time leading rusher, and you think, the record held maybe for 5 or 10 years. How about over 50 years? This record went back to 1969 as he broke the all-time leading rusher record at Pleasant Hill. So that is an old record as Kaufman on third down and short, and he didn't get much there. Let's see where they're spotting this football. And it looks like
about a half yard.
There it's short, so it's going to be fourth down and a yard, and I see a new unit coming on the field, so it looks like the punting unit coming on with Easton Rowe as their punter.
And I think that's the right decision. Definitely don't want to give center a short field.
Once again, K.D. Williams inside the 50 as he's expecting a short punt. Once again, the left-footed punter. K.D. calls for the fair catch at the 39. 38 yards on the punt. No return, and coach is pumping up KD there as now he's short field for the center Yellow Jackets. As Johnny, this team coming in averaging 54 points per game, over 500 yards per game, as you see the night thus far for Vic. This guy, first team All-League, definitely a college prospect. Missouri Southern looking at him. As we get our first look at Juice Love. Juice using the stiff arm down the sidelines, and he stepped out as he is pushed out of bounds. And now they're saying the fans are grumbling, and now we got players pushing and shoving as a nice run by Ja'Cory Love as he got 29 yards, but once again, some pushing and shoving. And we're on the home side where the Roosters fans are, and they were grumbling about a push there, and it is a personal foul penalty on center.
Yeah, there were two guys on the ground, and then you saw one of the center players come up and kind of shove the Pleasant Hill guy, and the referee on the sideline over here. They're definitely watching for those things after the whistle. And
Ja'Cory took it all the way to the end zone, and it was pretty
After
close
the play,
on the sidelines.
we have a dead ball, personal foul on the offense. 15-yard penalty, still first down now.
So it is still a first down, as you see Juice Love. Jet sweep action. And running in will be Jeff Strozier, who is doing a good job. He's got nearly 300 yards rushing this year, and one of their most improved players on offense. Well, Johnny, you know, you don't want penalties, you don't want muff punts, but your team is moving the football very effectively. We saw that run by Juice. We saw the long pass by Pruitt. This offense just been deadly throughout the year.
yeah, and it all starts with Vic at the quarterback position. This guy can throw the ball, he can run the ball.
And another big hole, and there's Juice Love pounding his way inside the 15-yard line. He was first team All-League, also a state placer in the 100. I think he was like 8th or 9th, but he is a 4.5 40 kid, averaging 10.6 yards per carry.
And you see him just kind of get behind those big guys up front. You give him a little bit of daylight, and he's 5-10 yards up the field.
Yeah, 15 touchdowns on the year, rushing, 4 receiving, so his next touchdown will be his 20th of the year. 1st and 10, and Juice not doing too much on this play as he is hauled down there. Nice play there by Cotter, the defensive end, the junior, Easton Cotter.
We saw that collision in the backfield as Brody Kohler took on that blocker, kind of disrupted that play.
Well, these games are always physical between these teams. And now flags fly before the snap of the ball.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, still second.
There's Coach DeLong, over 100 wins coaching the Yellow Jackets. Buckland, Kansas native. Played at Dodge City Community College and Fort Hays State. And he went to Russell High School. He was telling us when he played high school ball, one of his teammates, the Mill Valley coach, Joel Appleby. Big game tonight for Mill Valley and Olathe North on the Kansas side. So it'll be 2nd down and long after the penalty. Pass over the middle is caught, and this is their leading receiver, Armand Russell. And does he not look like a college wide receiver out there? Long, angular, great hands. That is the 30th catch of the year for senior Armand Russell.
Yeah, Russell just finds some open space, and he knows Vic's going to get it to him, and it kind of allowed the defense kind of flow away from him, and he throws a rocket right to him.
He's down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. They're looking at a very manageable 3rd down and 3 out of a standard I formation. Motion across the set. Give it off to Juice. Juice pounding his way. Rick Bratton made the stop. Number 42, the Will linebacker, 2nd leading tackler on the team. And looks like, where are they spotting this? They'll be a little bit short. 4th down has gone up on the lighted chain gang on the far side of the field. So 4th down and 1. Fans really turning up the noise. It's not a big stadium, but they've packed the home side here for Pleasant Hill. looking for the fourth down stop. Vick handing off Love into the end zone for his 20th touchdown of the year. Juice Love gives center their first lead of the ball game here late in the first quarter.
Again, you see the patience with this offense. 4th and 1, place is going crazy. See Vick just get under center and get it to Juice, and Juice able to find the end zone there.
16th rushing touchdown of the year.
Looks like center's going to go for 2 here after missing that extra point after the first touchdown.
So out of the shotgun on a 2-point conversion try. Vick will throw for it and has his man at the back of the end zone for the conversion. That is DeAndre Pruitt, who is open, running across the back of the end zone. And the 2-point try is successful, and it's a 14-6 center lead here in the first quarter.
Well, they ran a tight formation, and Pruitt just able to find that back line on the end zone for that 2-point conversion, going back to the rushing touchdown there. See Juice Love getting in there untouched. Again, you see the nice accuracy by Vick as he just floats that ball over the defense. Pruitt's there to make the 2-point conversion. Make it 14-7 game here. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, they took advantage of the short punt, short field, and get the Love 3-yard rushing touchdown on 4th down. Then Coach DeLong's team has a successful, easy for me to say, 2-point conversion. And it's a 14-6 ball game. And this team, Johnny, is number 4 in the Missouri State poll, number 4 in our Super 25. But they are Class 4. And above them, Kearney and Smithville. Smithville, the defending state champs. As this will be returned by Sutup. And he's immediately taken down. K.D. Williams coming down on special teams. Took the legs out of Sutup. And nice coverage there by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, you saw the up back think about fielding that. He lets his returner get it, but center's doing a good job of staying in their coverage lanes and going to go down there for a minimal return for Pleasant Hill.
Pleasant Hill, number 2 in the Class 3 state poll behind Cardinal Ritter, as here's Coughlin on a cutback run, breaking some tackles, and then finally ridden down near the 25-yard line. This team is facing 2nd down and long as we send it down to Leon.
Hey, Kevin, Ja'Cory Love, who just scored that touchdown, we nickname, of course, Juice. I had to find out exactly how he got that nickname because there was a rather infamous running back with that same nickname, but his dad gave him that name. His brother actually is Juice. He is known as Baby Juice in the family, but here tonight he's just Juice.
And the quarterback, thanks, Leon. Yeah, we got Black Moses for the quarterback, Vick, and then you got Juice Love, and a nice play by the defensive lineman there. As that was the Will linebacker, Reggie Davis. Reggie and his brother, Lamont. Lamont is the defensive lineman. Reggie is the linebacker. Now 3rd down and long for Easton Rowe and the Roosters. Had to punt last time, trying to convert the 3rd down and long. Buying time. The left-hander slings it down the field. Oh, just too long that time for Aiden Klein, who had his man beat by a couple of steps, but the pass sailing too long, and Rowe now forced to punt on 4th down and 8.
And you saw the running back Kaufman with the big block there as Rowe was kind of scrambling around. As you see here, to the left of your screen, see all those purple jerseys just trying to keep their quarterback clean, and Rowe had a chance, just got to get a little bit of air underneath that football. It would have been a big play for Pleasant Hill if they were able to pick that one up.
K.D. Williams, the deep man for a punt return. And this one just across midfield and then takes a nice center roll. Johnny, another factor that needs to be noted in Katie Williams. Blustery night, but also a left-footed punter. Different spin coming at you than you're used to. And if you've never seen a left-hander or a left-footed punter's punt, I'm telling you, it plays tricks on the old mind, and it's hard to get after punt returners on a blustery night from a left-footed punt.
Yeah, we had a good one, obviously, with the Chiefs with Dustin Colquitt, and you hear all the time the opposing returners talk about how they had to kind of change up their preparation each week, as that ball does have a different spin coming off the foot.
So Vick goes empty from midfield. Quick pass to the flat, caught. Jeff Strozier, plenty of running room as the wide receivers. Great job of blocking down the field, and a big play for Jeff Strozier, who the coaching staff said is our most improved player on offense, as it goes for 14 and a first down for center. Did you see that spring wide open there? That's the wide receivers doing a good job of blocking down the field as Vick, playing some tempo, plays it down the field and completing it. Again, Jeff Strozier.
A tough catch for Strozier coming across the middle. Did a good job of securing that ball. Knew he was going to take a little bit of a hit there after he caught it, but able to pull that ball down for a big gain.
So that's Strozier and Pruitt with the big plays. Armand Russell is their leading wide receiver. Most catches, most yards, most touchdowns, as Vick misfires on this one. As trying to find Latham, who kind of serves as a H-back or fullback on the field, and just couldn't hit him there.
Yeah, you like to see Latham kind of stay closer to the line of scrimmage. Don't get upfield so much. You're that security guy out there, and not able to haul that pass in from Vick. As you see, Vick's got a nice little touch on that pass.
Under a minute to go. First quarter action, Pleasant Hill and center. As this running play is taken down by Jonathan Cox. Looked like Juice Love was going to take off, and then Cox kind of grabbed him and the ball and said, I'm going to go down, and I don't want to lose the football there. And he nearly ripped the ball out of Juice's hands. Right here, I think Juice said, I'm going to go ahead and take it to the ground because I want to maintain possession of the football, as Cox had a pretty good grip on him and the football. As the clock winding out on your first quarter, as the MRVC West, the spotlight game tonight. Two teams playing for a conference title tonight. Pleasant Hill and Center in a good one here in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, Week 8. You're watching the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum Sports. A pink out here in Pleasant Hill for cancer awareness, and there is the VIP seats for their students there. It's a cool night. I agree with the blanket there. If I was on that couch, I'd have a blanket on too. It's a little blustery up on top of the hill on an elevated prairie situation, as you see some of the fans for the center side of things. Yeah, it's a one blanket night, I would say, as we begin play in the second quarter, and a third down and distance. Third down and 9 for Vick and the offense. They go with the running play. Here's Love, still on his feet, and Love will take it to the house. His second rushing touchdown of the night. Ja'Cory Juice Love scoring from 14 yards out on third down and long.
Talk about a guy who cuts on a dime. He had about 2 cuts there where I think the Pleasant Hill defender thought that they were definitely going to be able to make a tackle, and you see the change of direction that Juice Love has.
Extra point try by Baca, and this one no good. Hold it to the left. So he is 0 for 2 on PATs, and it's a 27 ball game. Center Wow, breaking the tackle there as Bush tried to go low on his ankles, and good balance shown by Ja'Cory.
You see Latham leading through the hole there. But once you get to that second and third level, Juice is a tough guy to bring down. Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, that was a pretty good cut. He was able to get into the end zone there for the second time tonight.
Well, this team 7-0, 4-0 in league play. They will play Clinton next week. Clinton has struggled this year. As you take a look at the Hy-Vee scoring drive, 5 plays, 49 yards, just over a minute. Second rushing touchdown of the night by Love. 21 touchdowns in total for Ja'Cory Juice Love, the junior.
Yeah, when you have a combination of Vic and Love, it's going to be a really tough offense to stop.
A worm burner, using a golf reference. Down the field, Mason Hicks on the return. And he is across the 30-yard line. And now we've seen the Rooster offense kind of get stalemated, Johnny, the last couple of drives. Better field position for Easton Rowe and the Roosters this time.
Yeah, that was kind of the challenge the first couple drives, starting inside your own 20-yard line. So better field position to start this drive. But you like to see these guys get the run game going first and second down to be able to stay on schedule and avoid those third and long situations.
Rowe, running play, Kaufman. Short gain on the first down run. Rontrell Gates, the defensive lineman, making the stop, following his brother Sidney, who's now at Lincoln College. Rontrell getting looks by Washburn as Rowe pulls it out, throws incomplete as he was looking for Sudduth, the junior wide receiver, in the flat. So now they're facing a third down and long, 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, good play, action play there. Just throwing against your body, that's a tough throw. The throw's got to have a little bit of juice behind it, and not able to complete that pass. Some good coverage by Latham on that for center.
Motion by Hicks. 3rd and long. Rowe buying time, throwing, and into his bench area. It is incomplete.
Trying to set the screen pass up there to Kaufman. But center sniffed that one out and were able to follow those linemen. Rowe really didn't have a target to throw to, so he just throws that ball out of bounds.
Our cameraman over there, Wyatt, celebrating a birthday tonight and getting involved in the action. I think he was closer to it than Kaufman there for the screen pass as the punt is away. And a fair catch inside the 30. 36-yard punt, no return. And there is Wyatt, the birthday boy, with the hoodie there. Yeah, happy birthday from all of us on the Spectrum Sports broadcast crew.
You know, we have it easy up here. No weather. Kind of get to relax. Those guys down there in the elements, man.
Well, I didn't think it was supposed to rain, and I wanted to stop by the National Weather Service office and say, what the heck's going on here, guys? The National Weather Service is located here in Pleasant Hill, serving more than 30 counties in Missouri and Kansas. So when the weather gets severe, you usually hear a report from the folks in Pleasant Hill. As Vic and the offense back out, pistol formation, play action, throw to the outside, and the pass on the over-the-shoulder grab is made. Nice catch there by Pruitt. Pruitt having a big night receiving tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
It looks like about a 12-yard gain, but
it is a first down, yes.
Vic threw the ball about 45 yards, and what a heck of a pass. It's almost like a fade pattern over the top, but just kind of a long out route on the opposite side of the field. Good pass, good catch.
Vic, 23 passing touchdowns on the year, only 1 INT. What a ratio for him. Cutback run, and the juice is loose again across the 45. And once again, this guy was first team all-league last year. I mentioned he's a very good track athlete, placed in the 100 at state, and only a junior. Definitely a college prospect. And you're following the NFL. You follow the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There is a center yellow jacket in their backfield. He is the backup running back to Leonard Fournette. That is Rashad White. So you got Skylar Thompson, the Fort Osage quarterback, starting for the Dolphins. As a pass over the middle is caught. Big gainer. Again, Ja'Cory Love showing off his receiving skills out of the backfield, as he'll have a first down catch and an explosive play of 18 yards by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and I pointed out that he's a guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield, just right up the middle of the field. And you see the accuracy of Vic and the decision making.
From the 35, 1st and 10. Vic all day to throw. Still surveying, and now dialing one deep. And the receiver,
hey, nice coverage,
makes the catch, but out of bounds as just ran out of real estate, did Latham. And let's take another look here, and not much pressure on Vic.
Yeah, and that no pressure, so Vic's keeping his eyes down the field. Thinks a couple times maybe tuck and run, but he knows his receivers, when they're in that scramble drill, they're trying to get open, and we saw Latham pull that one down.
Yeah, he never made the catch. He was out of play. 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. He'll go on the ground with Love. Love with a nice sidestep of the defenders. And he'll get yardage to the 31, 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 6 now for the Yellow Jackets, who average 271 on the ground, 261 via the pass. So very balanced attack by this Yellow Jackets offense.
And you see what it's going to take if this Pleasant Hill defense is going to slow down Juice Love. They're going to have to rally the troops and get a lot of those purple jerseys around the football. And right there, not allowing Love to squirt upfield and get that big gain. We're about 3rd down and 6 yards here.
Hear the fans making noise. Little pop pass to KD Williams on a cutback. KD still alive. KD cutting back again. And KD will have it 1st and goal as he's inside the 10-yard line. You talk about breaking ankles, Johnny. This went for 23, but how many guys got lower leg injuries on this play?
You see the quick handoff, and Williams just dodging those guys. You see the playmaking ability that the center offense has. Is 3 or 4 guys have had big plays already tonight.
Takes it all the way down to the 8. 1st and goal for the Jackets. Quick pitch it out to Love on a cutback. And Ja'Cory pounding through the defender, and the defender a little slow to get up as he's down near the 5-yard line. There was a flag thrown at the end of the play.
Block in the back, offense, 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Let's see, we're thinking it might be Pruitt, the wide receiver, with the illegal block right there. Yeah, that is right there, right in the back. Just put his hands on the jersey number in the back there. Here comes Vic, flushed, and then thrown down for a sack. Brody Kohler, the junior nose guard, got the shirt, the long sleeve shirt on the quarterback, and just spun him to the turf. Here looking kind of scary with that hair in his face like that, but this is getting a hold of the jersey and not letting go. His father celebrating a nice sack there. This guy was a third-team All-State player as a sophomore, first-team All-League. As now, Vic setting up the screen, and it's not going anywhere. Flag down on the play as they hit Pruitt. And again, Big Brody doing some damage.
So the last 3 plays on offense for Centers moved them back about 35 yards.
Yeah, they were down to the 5 on that Juice Love run.
Holding, offense, penalty is declined, 3rd down.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and a country mile as Center gets it in the red zone and then gets the flags thrown on him. As Big Brody making his presence felt. The Bangs are, I don't know. Looks like a sheepdog out there. As here's the pass. Near side is caught. Armand Russell pushed out of bounds. Well shy of the goal line as it was 3rd down and they needed 34 as it was a goal to go situation. And now 4th down. Let's see, is this a late hit, Johnny? You make the call here as he gave himself up, and yeah, you
looks like
want to be careful if you're the rover there, Hunter Paris.
Yeah, it looked like the feet were still in bounds. And
all right, well,
it's just politely telling him to go out of bounds.
Yeah, 4th down and goal, and now they still need 22 yards as the clock is running, and
Timeout.
we'll get a timeout
Center,
taken by Coach DeLong and the Jackets as they have the first half lead. They used to be in that West Central Conference, and Coach DeLong won 4 of those, but he's never won a MRVC West Conference championship. So, oh boy, gas up the car again as we go to Liberty this time. Blue Springs South and Liberty. The matchup in a big Missouri Class 5 matchup. 2 teams having a good year. As on the next Friday night, 7 o'clock, on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week. Jags and Jays. Fans imploring their defense on 4th down. Big sports town. Pleasant Hill, population just over 8,000. As Vic throwing, middle, caught, pitch it out. Man open, little hook and lateral to the guy cutting back behind the plate, K.D. Williams, and they burn Pleasant Hill, Johnny. Wow. Armand Russell looked like a center posted up down the field, makes the catch. K.D. Williams coming behind him. And I'm not sure, is that the hook and lateral gadget play that goes for 22 and a touchdown?
Yeah, and you talk about timing. And they took that time out just to make sure that everybody was on the same page, and you couldn't have scripted up better than that as they erased a 2nd down or 3rd down and 34.
2-point conversion try, and skirting into the end zone is Ja'Cory Love for the 2-point conversion try, and it is good. Now we got penalty flag down. Let's go back to the 4th down play here as Russell the catch, grabbed by the tackler. K.D. Williams right there to run it in for the score.
Holding, offense, replay the try.
Yeah, there's a lot that has to go right for that play to work, and Vic throws a good ball. And those receivers executed that about as well as you could.
Well, we don't have Armand's height listed, but he's got to be 6'3", 6'4" out there. And
yeah, he's a big target over the middle.
kind of waited a little bit for KD to get in position, as now here's the second two-point conversion try. Vic, again, all day to throw to the back of the end zone for Pruitt. Incomplete. No two-point conversion try. It is unsuccessful, and it'll stay 26-7 in favor of Center.
Yeah, and you go back to that 3rd down and 34. You had the crowd back into it. Looked like this Pleasant Hill defense was going to be able to get a big stop and give their offense some momentum, but give Coach DeLong and his offensive coaches a lot of credit for calling that hook and ladder on 4th down.
Here is the 4th down play, Johnny, you were talking about.
And you see just good pitch relationship there, good catch, good timing. I mean, that is not an easy play to execute. Center was able to do it on 4th down.
KD Williams, his second touchdown of the year. As far as, does that go as a rushing or receiving touchdown? Let's send it down to Leon.
Hey, going back to that hook and lateral, the Armin Russell, the young man who caught the ball and then tossed it to his teammate for the touchdown, was trying to lobby his coach down here that's a touchdown pass. Coach said, no, it's not. He's not buying that, but they're pretty happy here on the center sideline.
I think it goes as a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
It was lateraled back to KD. That would be his second rushing touchdown of the year. He has 4 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So does he get the passing yards to the point, or is it all of...
You're talking about Russell? Yeah, I think he gets the yardage to the Russell catch, and then Russell just gets a pitch as Hicks lets this one go nutmeg style through his legs, and now is in big trouble inside the 10. So again, the kick returners and punt returners not having a great night, as the ball was kicked on the ground, and ball taking some funny rolls for the guys returning it.
Well, I think that, the second kickoff, when it bounced over the guy's head, I think they're kind of nervous of that. So they're playing that big hop, and that one just goes right in between the legs.
But when you start with the ball deep in your own territory, back to the 11-yard line, that's where Rowe and the offense get going. Running play. Not much doing, as this is Kaufman. Averaging 7.1 yards per carry. Coming off a 1,900-yard season that set the rushing record. Pass incomplete to the 25 and was intended for Sudduth. And Sudduth took a hard hit at the end of this. I believe that might have been Latham, the strong safety. Made him pay the price for trying to catch that ball. And now behind the chains, Rowe, left-handed quarterback, in buying time. And now hit and going down, as that's Jalen Frazier, the outside linebacker, making the play, number 6, running down the Pleasant Hill quarterback, who's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, and credit that sack to the center defensive backs. Just pretty good coverage all the way down the field, and Rowe was trying to keep that play alive, trying to find somebody down the field, but just said Frazier able to run him down out of bounds. Got to be careful on the sideline as you see that second center defender come in, and just got to make sure you don't do anything malicious there at the end of the play.
Rowe punting it away, and KD Williams going to let this one roll, and it takes a nice Roosters roll inside the 30-yard line down near the 27. 61-yard punt by Easton Rowe, who is all conference as a punter in his junior year, so he can punt it, and he sent that one up in the jet stream, and ball taking a nice roll, maybe a little shaken up after that last sack. We saw him a little slow to get up on the sidelines, but still converted a 61-yard punt down the field as he talks with Coach Hamilton. And that kind of flips the field.
Yeah, but this Pleasant Hill offense, the 3 and out, as your defense was just on the field for an 11-play drive, and you're sticking them right back out there. You're trying to get these guys a little bit of a breather.
This is a 4 wide receiver look, and it'll be a Love run. Love jetting to the outside, Love cutting it up, and he'll have another first down run. And this guy is an electric runner. The junior running back, Ja'Cory Juice Love.
Again, you see Love just kind of read the line of scrimmage and decides to go left there. Good block down the field by Mack. You see these receivers constantly working on that blocking game, as assuming Coach DeLong lets them know, if you're doing a good job blocking for your running backs, we'll get you the ball in the receiving game.
13 yards, bad snap. Now Vick will just go down and cover it up. And they'll lose big-time yardage. Back to the 26, 15 yards in the negative column on the snap and fumble recovery of the snap by Vick. So this will back up the Yellow Jackets.
It looked like Vick was thinking about picking that ball up, but makes the right decision and just goes to the ground. So he's got a couple more downs to try and pick up that first down. Live to play another down.
Mack. And they'll keep it on the ground. They've been successful with Love running the football. And Love is brought down by Bush. Bush is the leading tackler for this team. And they say the strongest guy pound for pound in the weight room. State qualifying wrestler as well. There he is, the Mike linebacker. Came in with 76 total tackles. 7 tackles for a loss. I saw him on the field before the game. He's a ripped dude, so he is definitely strong. 3rd down and long. Behind the chains after the bad snap. Pop pass. And this sets up a nice play for DeAndre Pruitt. And he is close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. He's right near the chain gang marker, just across the 50. And now a flag is down as well.
You saw the misdirection there as they had the guy come in motion. And
so holding penalty will negate the 3rd down, and looked like he got about 16 or 17 yards in this little pop pass.
you see the fake, and
There are 2 penalties on the play, both on the offense.
Looks like
Got a
Armand
holding
Russell
offense.
has a
That's
lot of
declined.
jersey there.
Got a holding, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still 3rd down.
they're going to bring him back all the way inside the 30, almost to the original line of scrimmage after the punt.
That's what it was, around that marker. Now they're saying a 3rd down, 24 at the 27. Vick, again, plenty of time to throw. Now going down the field, and the pass going to be intercepted by Pleasant Hill, as that's Keaton Odell. His dad is one of the co-defensive coordinators. He looked like a baseball player backing up to the fence and just reached up and made a nice catch. Took a heavy hit, but he got the interception on the play.
Yeah, Odell does a good job of staying back and not creeping up. Doesn't look like Pruitt was headed up the sideline. Vick just threw that ball up there. Seeing if Pruitt could go get it, but Odell able to bring that down and can't get a little bit of momentum going on this sideline here.
His dad is Adam Odell and Tom Gasper, co-defensive coordinators. Adam is the father of Keaton, and that's only the second INT thrown by Joseph Vick. He does not turn the ball over very much, and now they're going for the throw down the field to their man, and it's incomplete. Fans want yellow. Nothing is called, as the fans really grumbling as they thought their man was held up. So did their coach, as that was Tyler Wise, the junior wide receiver, number 83. Coverage provided by Katie Williams. Let's see, you make the call at home. Wise, the fastest runner on this team for the Roosters. No penalty, 2nd down and 10. Here's Kaufman around the edge. Kaufman running hard, breaking tackles. And now there is a flag down behind the run by senior Kaufman, and it's coming back.
It's about the 6th or 7th holding penalty we've seen tonight.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot. Still 2nd down.
I think this is a wide receiver blocking downfield, Johnny Sudduth.
He's kind of in that bunch of guys right there.
Yeah, he had some jersey.
Pulls the defender down there who wasn't able to just kind of let go of those guys and get your feet moving a little bit.
Another penalty before the snap.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 5 yards. Still 2nd down.
This one will go on the defense, so that'll get some of the yardage back as Coach DeLong's team giving up the 5-yard penalty. It'll be now 2nd down and 15 for the Roosters. How big, Johnny, a score before halftime to get back in this ball game would it be for Pleasant Hill and their mindset as they go to the locker room as Kaufman is bottled up again, as Harold DeFock, the Sam linebacker, leading tackler on the team. His birth name is Dirac, but he was born in Cameroon. They moved here. He wanted an Americanized name. He went with Harold. And Harold speaks a number of languages, including French. Got a 4.2 GPA. But Coach DeLong says Dirac is such a cooler name as the pass down the field is caught over the shoulder. What a catch there. A saving tackle by Masterson, but it was Starlin in stride. He had the first touchdown of the ball game. And Starlin with a big-time play on a 3rd down conversion as he goes for 41. What a connection here. Rowe to Starlin. Running play. And again.
Yeah,
wow, this had some zip on it. Let's go back to that throw. Rowe to Starlin.
Yeah, clean pocket. Good job up front by the Pleasant Hill offensive lineman, and Rowe able to step into that throw. So he kind of needed to throw that ball on a line and was able to get that ball in there to Starlin.
2nd down and 7, buying time. Rowe in trouble, breaking free and now letting it go as Tafak had him for a moment and then he spun away, and now a flag comes in late. Usually that is intentional grounding.
No,
and
they're going to get
in the area of the quarterback like that.
They're going to get Rowe. He tried to trip the defender as he was getting up. I think Rowe felt like he was thrown down to the turf, maybe a little aggressive.
Oh, okay.
Didn't like it. And, yeah, nobody on this sideline likes it.
Yeah,
but
we're on the home side, so the booing you hear is from the Pleasant Hill flag. I thought it was a grounding penalty, but Johnny, you stayed with the play a little longer. I was following the ball into the bench area. And, yeah, he didn't like the way he was handled there, and that's what the personal foul is.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense, 15-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yeah, you'll see these two kind of get tussled up as look like, well, there's Harold. Almost has the sack, and
penalty came after the throw.
Yeah, I think Rowe felt like he was kind of thrown down to the ground, and then saw the defender trying to get up, and Rowe stuck that foot out. Unfortunately, that white hat was standing right there and didn't hesitate to throw that penalty flag.
Pleasant Hill takes the timeout. 2 and some change before Hy-Vee at the half. Numbers and highlights brought to you by your employee-owned Hy-Vee stores as we check down with Leon.
Hey, Brian DeLong, the head coach of center, is very animated on the sidelines, talking to his players, talking to the coaches, the officials. One of his assistants told me the reason he's that way tonight is because we have him mic'd up for a later feature on Spectrum Sports. He goes, his assistant told me, he goes, he's usually Bill Belichick. Tonight he's turned into Lane Kiffin, Pete Carroll, whoever you want, John Madden. He's got that mic on. He's entertaining, though.
Our Emmy award-winning Sean Belden is director of photography and miking up Coach DeLong tonight. Check it out on Spectrum Sports and the Spectrum Sports KC Twitter page. It's kind of a good insight into the game. Unfortunately, you have to hear some of my calls in the way back scene, but other than that, it's very well done. And now we're facing 3rd down and 22. Pleasant Hill trying to get back in this ball game before halftime. Rowe going to tuck and run. Rowe in space. Inside the 10. 5. Power to the end zone. Touchdown. Pleasant Hill. Easton Rowe. The senior quarterback from 35 on 3rd and 22. Not the fastest guy. Only averages just over 4 yards per carry. Making a huge play and getting the Roosters back in this ball game.
And I think he was a little bit pumped up after that penalty went against him and took it upon himself to make sure that they got that score. And Kevin, you asked what this score would do. It brings everybody back into this football game as you hear these fans getting right back into it. You saw the guys on the sideline get excited. And it's exactly what this Pleasant Hill football team needed.
Extra point try. And he's got to catch his breath because he's got to do the kicking. Easton Rowe, his parents Jamie and Melissa, loving it there in the crowd as their son coming up big on 3rd down and long. And this guy makes a big-time rushing play to get his team back.
Yeah, Rowe dropping back. Kind of see the rush and he's keeping his eyes down the field, but then sees the green space. And I think right there he's thinking there's only one decision, and that's getting that end zone. And lowers that shoulder, able to dive across the goal line. Big score for Pleasant Hill as they were kind of stalled out on offense most of this first half, other than that first drive. And when you needed a big drive, big-time playmakers show up, and Rowe with the big run there to bring his guys right back into this football game.
Coach Hamilton says he has the it factor. He's a competitor. He won't quit. He's not the greatest runner in the world, but he can keep plays alive. But I think Coach would agree that was a pretty great run there. And that is his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, as this is a directional kick. And now flags on the kickoff. This one will be on Pleasant Hill. Offsides on the kicking team, I believe, is maybe what they're calling. Johnny, you have kind of a perplexed look on your face.
5-yard penalty, free kick.
Yeah, it was almost like the run-up from Rowe kind of threw off the timing as he pooched that ball right over the front line, and takes maybe just a little bit longer to get there, and you see the guy right next to him.
Yeah, the guy to the right of the kicker got ahead there. Number 13 will be the penalized player. And again, the same strategy. This time center going to let this ball hit. Fielded by Ja'Cory Love. Making guys miss. Ja'Cory tackled at around the 37-yard line. Special team stop by Garrett Lyons, who is a wrestler and used a kind of a wrestling move there as he picked him up and put him down.
Takedown. I don't know how many points that's worth.
2.
There you go. Takedown, 2 points right there.
But you got to be careful about getting a penalty. You can use that. He didn't body slam him or anything. But
he's an all-state wrestler.
Yeah.
That's the technique that he's coached to do.
Yep.
So just under 2 minutes to go on the clock. Center still has the 2 timeouts left.
With this offense and how potent they are, tell you what, this seems like a lot of time you're leaving them as they throw into the flat. Pass is caught. And that is Jeff Strozier, number 2. And Jeff is having a banner year. He's been running the ball well, receiving the ball. Coaching staff saying he's a better blocker. He's just a more complete player for this team, and they're going to him in his senior year. Second down and short. Juice on a cutback. And still alive. This is where he's dangerous. Here's the 4.5 speed down the sidelines. And he's finally tackled from behind by defensive lineman Jonathan Cox after a big-time run down near the 20-yard line. But flag is down on the play, so this 37-yard run may be coming back.
They're definitely calling a holding penalty here as, again, we're approaching almost 10 holding penalties in the first half.
Got a holding, offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still second down.
This coming on an offensive lineman, we think, Johnny. Okay, it is 65, the left tackle, Gates. This is Jersey. And now second down and 2 from the 44-yard line. Just over a minute left before Hybe at the half. Sideline pass is caught by Armand Russell. And he goes out of bounds across the 50 for a first down. Armand is a big-time college prospect as a wide receiver. You see he's a very tall, strong kid.
He's got really good hands. You see him flash the hands and catching that ball out in front of his body.
He's their leading catcher of the ball, yardage-wise, and receiving touchdowns on the year.
Well, the referee down here said he was still in bounds. He kept the clock rolling, and I think the white hat thought that the clock should be stopped. But
now he'll spin the clock in motion as center still has 2 timeouts. Jet sweep, Strozier. Bush with a nice play. Braden Bush, like he was shot out of a cannon from the Mike linebacker position. Makes a nice defensive play for the Roosters.
I've seen Strozier have success on that quick pitch pass, but she said Bush was reading that the whole way. Able to get down the line there and get the big tackle. As center now is called a second timeout. Just under 40 seconds to go.
Now, Johnny, if you're Pleasant Hill, you cannot allow center any points here. If you want to have thoughts about the second half, you've got a little momentum with that Easton Road touchdown run. You can't let them go down the field and put up another touchdown on you.
Yeah, because center gets the ball
coming
out second half, so
That's a good point.
Definitely don't want to have the.
You need a defensive stop, and their fans are really rocking the house here, stomping on the bleachers and making a lot of noise in this big MRBC West ball game for the conference crown for 2022. Second down and 11. Vick after the timeout wants a deep ball down the field, and his man comes back and makes the catch inside the 10. Armand Russell. Wow, what a play by Armand. He saw the ball was coming up short, made the adjustment, and makes the catch for 41 yards down the field. And it'll be 1st and goal now inside the 10-yard line. I think they're spotting this at the 7-yard line for the Yellow Jackets, as we'll get another timeout. Oh, Spike, I beg your pardon, Spike instead.
We talk about the hands for Armand Russell. See the body control here, able to come back to the ball. And again, he's catching that ball with his hands as that ball almost gets to the ground. Great ball skills right there by Russell.
Man, that ball nearly got to the turf, but Armand able to just cut his route short and make the adjustment. Oh, one-handed attempt there. Stab at it by Latham is unsuccessful, and now it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 7. Still 1 timeout in your back pocket if you're center. As the clock down to 23 seconds, and for Pleasant Hill, you don't want to give up any points here. And center trying to make it back-to-back. Score before halftime, then get the ball back to start the 3rd quarter. As they'll go on the ground, Love dancing to the outside. Love inside the pylon for the touchdown. Ja'Cory Love. And he's having a big night tonight, is the junior running back, Juice Love, with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
Yeah, just when you think you've got a clean shot on him, I mean, he's got that separation ability just to stick the foot in the ground, and just a tough guy to bring down, tough guy to square up.
Well, we've seen the PAT game a little off the mark, so they will go for a 2-point conversion. They were unsuccessful in their last try on a pass. This time they'll keep it on the ground on a secondary pitch, and Love is unsuccessful as he is taken down by Lyons, the Sam linebacker. So they went jet sweep, and then the jet sweep player pitched it out to Love, but he did not make it in, and the 2-point conversion try is a failure. Well, Russell's long 41-yard catch on the ball adjustment is the big play that set up the touchdown, Johnny.
Yeah, and Vic knows Russell's ball skills and just gets that ball up in the air and allows his playmaker to make a play on the football. And again, we see Love just being able to cut like that, but still be able to keep his speed as he just gets to that pylon so easily for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
22 touchdowns on the year. When you combine his rushing and receiving numbers, 18 rushing touchdowns, 4 receiving touchdowns, and closing in on another 100-yard game is the junior center running back, as Baca has it on the tee, and Baca way back. Well, this is a run-up he's going to make on this ball. It's usually not this long, as he hits another squibber down the field, and the player on his knee will field it at the 35. That ball is dead right there, as that was Cotter, the defensive lineman. Well, the Rooster faithful, after that row run, really thought they may have something going into the halftime break, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty quiet home bleacher right now after that drive. But remember, center is averaging 54 points per game. That's an average. And they have been blowing people out since week 1 when they beat Lafayette 61-7 at St. Joe. There's Rowe's pass to the sideline. And running out is Klein. Smart move, but really don't have much time.
Yeah, and you see center in that umbrella defense. They're going to let him basically throw anything under 15 yards.
And now we'll get a timeout for Pleasant Hill. I mean, Coach Hill's team, Coach Hamilton's team, has no slouch either. 47 points per game. Scored 43 in their win at Warrensburg last week, so they can score the points as well. But this center team with Vic and Love and Russell, I mean, college player. You know, that's Vic is a senior and Russell's a senior. Love is a junior.
We've seen Williams have a couple big plays, and just 5 or 6 guys on this offense can make a big play. It just makes it hard to prepare for a team like this.
Second down, 4. Rowe down the field, going to be intercepted. Coming back and making the play is DeAndre Pruitt. The free safety as the pass was overthrown, and he makes a sliding interception of Rowe.
Looked like Rowe had just a little bit too much zip on that pass. Just kind of overthrows that receiver across the middle, and Pruitt's right there to pick that ball off. I would assume they're just going to take a knee here and go into halftime with the 18-point lead.
And Rowe, you mentioned that Vic does not throw a lot of interceptions. That's only the 3rd interception of the year thrown by Easton Rowe. So 16-3 his ratio as they'll take a knee, and the Yellow Jackets practice at a very high pace, and Coach DeLong was yelling at the top of his lungs, championship week, all throughout the practice to his guys, and they heard the message as they'll have a halftime lead of 32-14 on the road against their conference rivals in the MRVC West, the Roosters of Pleasant Hill. As there you look at Coach DeLong as his team 7-0 coming in. And we'll talk to the head coach. Here's Leon.
Yeah, we're going to have a camera on you, Coach. It's on there right now. Great offensive performance in the first half, but I want to ask about getting the ball with just over 2 minutes to go. How big was it to punch it in there?
Huge momentum. Coach Hamilton had his guys in there still swinging and doing great things, and if they get a score there, it's a different ball game. Momentum is, they've tried to grasp it back a couple times, and we've allowed them to kind of get back in it when I really felt we could get the foot on the throat a little bit, and we haven't finished what we should. And so that drive back there, Armand and Joseph Vick hooking up on that long play to get down to the 10, they're 2 great players. I'd say that's all coaching, but we both know that's a lie. Great kids make us look smart and got us down here, and we're able to finish the touchdown. That was a huge play for us.
That hook and lateral play, how long have you had that in your back pocket?
We've been working on that, We always run the hook and ladder outside. It's Coach Nichols, our offensive coach's favorite play, and we put the one in the middle in this year. Just, we have a senior group, so we've worked on some things, and we weren't happy at one of our games at the end of a half. We kind of didn't have a play to go to, so we've been working on those and looked all right there. Armand Russell thinks that he should get all the passing yards on that one. I'm not sure how the stats work on that, but I'm not a big stat guy, but I'm happy for the kids to finish that play.
We got you mic'd up tonight, and one of your assistants told me he's never seen you this emotional on the sideline. Is this for entertainment purposes, or are you just fired up tonight?
Fired up, man. It's a good team. Coach Hamilton is a good coach. I love Coach Hamilton. He was my O-line coach when I was head coach in the All-Star game. He's done a phenomenal job here. They are good. They are 7-0, and they have whooped everybody, and we've come out and played well in the first half. If we don't come out, we were head here our sophomore year 14-0, and we lost. So, it's not done. They're a good team.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get in there.
Appreciate you.
All right, Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks, Leon. That is not contrived. That is not phony. Coach is fired up. He's been fired up all week. He said this was a huge game. It's for the conference crown in 2022. His team goes to the locker room, leading at halftime 32-14 on the road. Hy-Vee at the half, coming up next. players coming out of the locker room. And it is a 32-14 ball game as Hy-Vee at the half continues with our Hy-Vee first half highlights. A lot of big plays in this ball game as these teams are very explosive offensively, and we saw some very explosive plays. Before we do our highlights, let's check in with Leon.
Hey, we're with Coach Justin Hamilton of Pleasant Hill. Coach, you're facing an incredibly dynamic offense tonight. What do you got to do to slow them down in the second half?
Tackle. I mean, right now it's tackling. That running back's really good. When he gets the ball, he cuts back. And, they've done a good job play calling. They've emptied some things out tonight with the hook and ladder. We were there to make the tackle. They had 4th and goal. If we make the tackle, it's our ball. And they run the hook and ladder and score. But right now, the biggest thing for us is we just got to tackle better and do our responsibilities defensively.
Offensively, you got that last scoring drive, showed some fight. You got to like what you're seeing in your team there?
Yeah, our kids are fighters. What killed our offense is we had 5 3-and-outs in the first half, and we cannot do that. 5 of our 7 drives are 3-and-outs. We had the big catch by Cole Starlin on that drive that set us up to go down there and score. And our kids are fighters, man. They're going to continue to fight. We're going to fight this half, and we'll see where it ends up at.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks, Coach and Leon. Let's get to the Hy-Vee first half highlights. Johnny Beck with the narration.
Yeah, a lot of highlights. Obviously not right there. As you see the muff punt going 3 and out for Pleasant Hill. See K.D. Williams having a little bit of trouble and leads to this 19-yard touchdown pass. Easton Road to Cole Starlin. 7-0 Pleasant Hill. 2 plays in the center into this drive. See DeAndre Pruitt with the big catch there. Gets center right back into the game. Miss extra point, 7-6. Then we kind of saw Pleasant Hill have a little trouble with these squib kickoffs by center. Didn't have really good field position, and short field leads to Juice Love, who had a heck of a first half. You see the TD run right here after that long run. But this guy's passing the ball, running the ball. Second one on the night here for Juice Love as he makes a couple guys miss and then has a little bit of fun on the sideline with his teammates. As kind of reenacts that juke move he put on that guy. Center right back at it. They had a 3rd and 34, and this was on a 4th down and 8. You see the hook and ladder after the timeout. Great play call, great execution. You see Russell tossing it to K.D. Williams for the big score there for center. Center not done here on offense. See Vic looking downfield. I think this is that interception by Odell. Kind of brought Pleasant Hill back into this football game. And Easton Rowe with the big throw here to, again, Cole Starlin, his favorite receiver tonight. That sets up this 35-yard touchdown run by Easton Rowe as he's kind of looking down the field, and then he's determined to get in the end zone. Dives in there. Big score for Pleasant Hill to get back in the game. Center, again, talked about this offense and how dynamic and how many playmakers. You see the catch there by Armand Russell. Body control, able to haul that ball in, and that sets up this touchdown run. 3rd of the night, 3rd of the half. As Love makes again, a couple guys miss. Finds his way into the end zone. 32-14 as we go into half.
Numbers brought to you by Hy-Vee, and big numbers offensively thus far by center.
Yeah, they're able to kind of do what they want right now on offense. We saw Pleasant Hill have a good stand there, force that turnover, able to use that momentum and pick it up. But you heard the coach for Pleasant Hill talking about guys got to tackle better. They got to rally around the ball. Got to come up with the big play on defense. Play that complementary football here in the second half.
32-14, your halftime. And last time these teams met, it was 28-17. Center winning on their home field. Trying to get the W here on foreign soil. This coach trying to win a conference championship, the first for the Yellow Jackets in the MRVC. That's the Missouri River Valley Conference, the Western Division. Both teams undefeated. Winner tonight. Although Center still has one more conference game to play against Clinton next Friday night, the 21st. they will claim the championship. The center will get the third quarter kick. Rowe has it on the tee. Fans turning up the noise. AC/DC playing in the background on the speakers, and we are ready to go. And an onside kick, and it's covered up. So center alert to a potential onside kick. Montrell Moore, sophomore, right there making the play. Montrell is a backup linebacker, one of their future stars. Headsy play, 49-yard line for the offense for the Center Yellow Jackets. And this offense so hard to control. Averaging 54 points per game. They got 32 through 2 quarters. Vick in a pistol formation. Goes to Love. Love on a spin move. Hit hard by Lyons as he got it down near the 46-yard line. Still a nice chunk on a first down run as he'll get 4.
Yeah, and he just does not go down easy. He doesn't go down on first contact. You see the spin move there. Love picking up an extra few yards.
Well, Love got the 3 touchdowns in the first half, nearly 100 yards. Hit hard here by Bratton, the linebacker.
And if you're these linebackers for Pleasant Hill, got to make sure you're playing downhill. Don't allow Love to get to that second level in open space where he can make those cuts he's been doing all night. Right there, Bratton just coming downhill, making a big play. 3rd and 2 here for center.
Huge down and distance. 3rd and 2. Pleasant Hill trying to get a stop. And Love hit hard as he is taken down by Bratton, who blindsided Love, but it'll be a first down run. That was a hard hit by Rick Bratton, the team's sack leader, tackles for a loss leader, and also leads the team in quarterback pressures. He's the second leading tackler behind Bush. And he delivers a hard hit to Love, but Love able to get the first down.
Yeah, and you saw Kohler in the backfield. Had a chance to get the big tackle for loss and force a 4th down, but unable to bring him down.
Vick throwing to Russell, who made the catch inside the 30. He had a knee down, so the ball is dead right there, but it's another first down catch. Russell, who also plays basketball. Tell you what, this guy definitely a college prospect wide receiver. On the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Running play. This is DeAndre Pruitt. Again, the offensive line, Johnny, we haven't given them much credit, but Gates, West, Cheadle, Beatty, and Frazier doing a good job of pushing back this Pleasant Hill defense. It's only given up 14 points per game. These guys up front, I mean, they've got a lot of returners. And Gates and West and Cheadle and Beatty really. What Frazier really was the only one of those that really hadn't been back. As here's Love up the middle. Love into the secondary. Love in for pay dirt. Touchdown center, his 4th of the night. Ja'Cory Juice Love. And it is another big time run by the junior running back, Ja'Cory Love. And I'll tell you what, that was a statement drive, Johnny. You try the onside kick to catch them off guard. It doesn't work. Short field. They get it down the field and get the rushing touchdown. And the extra point is up and good this time by Baca.
And you talk about how physical these guys are up front, but watch the footwork on this run play as they're able to get these defensive linemen turned. And again, it gives Love that initial hole to get him into that 2nd and 3rd level. And He's a really tough guy to bring down once he gets past there. But, yeah, Kev, you got to give a lot of credit to those big boys up front. As they've allowed these running backs, they've allowed Vic to have a clean pocket, allowed these running backs to have good running lanes. And, you know, they don't get enough credit. But I think this coaching staff definitely would say that, you know, these guys don't have the playmaking capabilities if those big boys up front aren't doing their job.
The rushing touchdown goes for 24. And looks like he's having an issue with his wrist. Yes. He's calling the trainer over to take a look at him, but hopefully he's okay. Injured his wrist stiff arming somebody? I don't know. That's didn't see it. But again, Baca with that long run up and then sends a squib kick down the field. Fielded on a hop by Hicks, and then Hicks returns it across the 35 near the 37-yard line. So Easton Rowe and the offense is out for their first third quarter drive. As once again you see the struggle and the pain. Is over 100 yards, 4 touchdowns for Ja'Cory Love. His team with the big lead here in the third quarter. Looks like he's trying to walk off a wrist injury. He's pacing a lot there on the sideline. As the offense out on the field, Kaufman at the left hip of the quarterback. And a quick pass is low to the boundary side to Starling. And Starling couldn't come up with it. Starling has the touchdown reception of 19 yards back in the first half. Had a long pass down the field as well. He's probably leading them in yardage receiving tonight is Cole Starlin. Here's Kaufman again to the short side, cuts it up nicely. And he's a hoss to tackle as he's a really power back. And he gets a nice gain, leaving them third down and short. Career rushing leader. Our old record. We just went to the old board in the school and looked at it, and it said 1969 by Ware, W-A-R-E. And now it'll say Kaufman, all-time career rusher. As they'll get the first down. It's the old pegboard, you know, you put the numbers and the names there. And 1969 record stood that long. Play action by Rowe, and he's just going to lower his head and shoulders. He is hit hard there. Frazier and Davis collaborate on the Rooster quarterback.
You see Rowe make the decision that he's going to try and pick up every yard that he can. And sometimes you just want to keep your body a little bit more healthy, but I think this guy's a competitor. He wants to win. He wants to pick up every yard that he can. Try and get his teammates fired up.
It's another tote. And Kaufman handled by Banks, the sophomore D lineman. Good spinning run by Kaufman. He's averaging over 7 yards per carry. Third down and 5 for Rowe. Middle pass and fight for the ball. It's intercepted. It's taken away by Latham. Let's see what the officials say. No, they say it is a catch. And the tie goes to the offensive player is what the officials are saying. And it is complete. First down, Pleasant Hill. Latham ripped the ball away. Looked like a jump ball almost, but they gave the tie to the offensive player, and Roosters get a new set of downs as they let's go back to that last play, Johnny. Here is big third down conversion.
Yeah, you saw the referee on the bottom of your screen come up, and Basically, it said the receiver was down and gave him that catch.
Rowe battling, but going down as that was Tafak.
He's a very active defensive lineman. I mean, he never gives up on the play. Circles back there, and seen him have a couple big plays in the backfield.
Yeah, Durock, his last name has an S in it, but the S is silent. It's pronounced Tafak. And he is born in Cameroon. The family moved to the United States. His father is a math teacher. So we got a penalty now.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Send it down to Leon for an injury update.
Yeah, we got an update on Ja'Cory Love. Obvious pain, has injured his left wrist. Coaches asked him, though, if he's good to go, and he said yes. He's putting on his gloves right now to get ready to go back in on offense when Center gets the ball back. He also just gave a thumbs up to his dad up in the stands that he's okay, ready to go.
And the quarterback going down. Easton Rowe sacked on the play. Devin Frazier, who we're talking about, playing some offensive line, but now on the defensive end position. And this is a guy that's getting looks from the likes of Washburn and second-team All-League. He records the sack for the Yellow Jackets. That'll set up 4th down. 21. Punt formation time for Rowe. High snap. And now Rowe is going to take a hard hit there inside the 25 as he's frustrated with his deep snapper. As the wind might have affected the snap, Johnny. I mean, it's kind of blustery down there. It might have lifted the ball over Rowe, who's frustrated now as he took a hard hit at the end of this play.
Yeah, Rowe tried to get a fingertip on that, not able to, and he knows he's going back. Not really much he could do there.
Malachi Edwards was the guy right there as he picked it up and put the whack on him. And the ball spotted at the 20. As Love out there battling through a wrist issue, a 4-touchdown night. As his team going to give it on a running play to Pruitt. A little misdirection action there as Pruitt came around from the right side and kind of cut back for a nice gain. Pruitt's an explosive player for this team as he got it inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. We've seen him making nice catches and now running the football very effectively.
Yeah, doesn't have the same change of direction as Juice Love, but you see the speed there, able to get through that line of scrimmage, first line of defense, pick up a big gain there.
And opens up wide, and Ja'Cory Love sprints it in for his 5th touchdown of the night. The offensive line opened a hole you could drive a truck through, and Ja'Cory, known for his ankle-breaking moves, just had to run straight right into the end zone. 8-yard rushing touchdown, over 100 yards and 5 TDs for the junior Love. PAT up, and it is good by Baca.
Again, go back and look at the offensive linemen, how they're able to get those defensive linemen's shoulders turned, and once Love's able to get past that first line, and you see the pull. Love follows the big guy in there. I think that was Welcome West on that pull block, able to seal his man. Love in the end zone for the 5th time tonight.
He has 20 rushing touchdowns on the year, 24 if you total up his receiving. And Welcome West, the senior, second-team All-League, a kid that's definitely a college prospect, has really improved, gotten himself in better shape. Also a wrestler, and see Love giving some love to his offensive lineman. Gates there having a nice night. Cheadle, Beatty, and Frazier. These guys doing a great job. This offense had 10 returning starters, and such high expectations. Adam Nichols is the offensive coordinator in his 14th year. Does a great job with the offense, and they are just scoring some points. Baca with the 20-yard run up on this kickoff, and then sends a little squibber down. Whatever works. He's sending a little runner down the field. Hicks in stride gets it, but the coverage is very good. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. Well, big night for Juice Love, the junior. We talked about his speed, but he's had some moves, Johnny, tonight. 5-touchdown night.
He's done a little bit of everything tonight on the ground. You know, you see him right there just breaking that run outside. See him here just following his blockers up the middle. You see the speed once he kind of gets his legs going. And see the guys up front making it easy right there for him to find the end zone for the 5th time tonight. 18 rushes, over 120 yards on the ground. Heck of a night for him.
Sunneth goes in motion. Running play to Kaufman, dragging tacklers for a short pickup. As holding on was Edwards, the outside linebacker. This defense, I mean, Center's offense gets all the pub, but their defense only allowing 14 points per game. As the pass is caught by Sunneth to the 45-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Roosters.
Yeah, and if you're Pleasant Hill on offense, you're just trying to get back in a rhythm, trying to get back that tempo. Can't really focus on the scoreboard. Just got to get these guys back.
Kaufman breaking tackles, cutting it up. Kaufman running for a first down. Looked like he was going to be stopped early on in that run. He able to break it outside and get the first down, but there is a penalty flag down.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, first down still.
So that'll wipe out the good run by Kaufman, one of his longer runs of the night.
Not sure there was a lot going on there, but obviously they threw the flag, got the run back.
Rowe. First down and long pass behind Starlin. Can't hang on near midfield. Incomplete. Starlin has the 19-yard TD reception back in the first quarter, and probably the yardage leader for this team tonight. Receiving the ball.
They had the big catch across the middle to set up the second touchdown as well. So he's been their go-to guy tonight in the air.
Pass near side. This is Tyler Wise. Wise hit out of bounds near midfield by Pruitt, the safety man. Wise just started practicing this week. He is their fastest guy. So who is the fastest guy on your roster, Coach Hamilton? He said this guy right here, but now he looks like he's shaken up and he's grabbing his right leg, lower part of his leg there. That's not good. But like he suffered an injury earlier in the year, but was able to practice and play tonight. Third down and 7. Low and incomplete, as this time they were targeting Aiden Klein and couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, good pressure there by center. Kind of got in Rowe's face there. Kind of forced him to throw the ball off the back foot. Not able to get enough behind it. Looks like they're going to send out the punt team. As Rowe just backs up from his quarterback position to take the snap as the punter.
So the punt team comes out. Rowe stays on the field, and he's hoping for a better snap this time, as the last snap sailed over his head. And this one wobbles back there, and Rowe sends it down the field. The Jackets is going to let this one hit, and the ball will trickle inside the 15-yard line. And that's where center will get it. 44 yards. Good roll at the end, and now the Yellow Jacket offense that's just been lethal all night tonight. Running game, passing game. Tell you what, this team rated number 4 in the state poll. St. Mary's is number 1. But then you got a couple of local teams in Class 4 above them. Kearney having a great year, the 2 team, number 2 in the poll. You got the defending state champs, Smithville, 6-1. They're number 3. Then you've got Center, but Center, high expectations. As this running play, minimal gain. As that was Harold getting a tote. I've got Harold listed as a H-back, wing-back type, so he does have 67 yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. I thought he was more on the pass intercepted on the near flat, and it's going back the other way for a touchdown. Pick 6 for Pleasant Hill. Cody Parker gets the errant pass and returns it. The senior defensive back will get the fireworks going here at Eklund Field.
Yeah, Max, their tallest receiver, and looked like he overthrew him by about a yard.
Swinging gate, and now the point after touchdown is unsuccessful, as we almost had an interception by the center special teamer there as Malachi Edwards. But let's go back to the interception. This pass just too tall. And Cody Parker, right place, right time, pick 6, Pleasant Hill.
A great play by Cody Parker. High point in that football. It makes the quick decision, just nobody in front. Pick 6. Give this Pleasant Hill team a little bit of juice as we're winding down here in the third quarter.
As they went with a swinging gate, the problem was that the pitch, there was a center Yellow Jacket right there between the man and the pitch man, and nearly intercepted it and took it back the other way. As that is the second defensive touchdown scored by the Roosters defensively.
And these guys for center up front, they're on alert right now for any onside kick.
Yeah, they try to quick throw it to a man with blockers in front of him. And this ball gets back to Ja'Cory Love, and Ja'Cory take it across the 30-yard line. Yeah, the old swinging gate, and they tried to go quickly with Cordell George, a backup running back, and Malachi Edwards was standing right between him. Love, not much doing here. It's nice play by Cox, the defensive lineman who's played well tonight. He is one of their senior leaders. There's Love again on a cutback. Love with those putting his foot in the ground and really pounding away as there's a flag down after that nice run. Legal block on the Jackets will negate that, but boy, you see the confidence that Love is running with tonight.
kind of looked like the defender kind of turned on that. Not sure if that's what they called.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
Show me what you're talking about, Johnny.
See Latham right there. And looked like the defender just kind of turned.
Second down and 8 after the penalty walk-off. And Ja'Cory Love, another nifty run, spinning, shifting, so much energy and drive with this guy as a runner. And mentioned, Coach talked about him as their fastest player, 4.5, 40, and state placer in the 100. 5-touchdown night. Looking for more. Cut back. And a flag is down after he is tripped up on the play by Kohler. Another illegal block.
I mean, I get the call, but not real sure what the offensive lineman is supposed to do.
Got holding on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
They are calling this game very closely.
Well, it is a championship game. Our statistician Ted Boland just let me know. Thanks, Ted, for letting me know on that. I sometimes forget as we go on this running play, and the ball comes out. And that was Katie Williams, but it's covered up nicely there as saving the day was Jalen Frazier, as Katie Williams kind of fell funny. Ball got jettisoned forward, and then Frazier right there to grab it. So now it'll be, let's see here. He kind of, just kind of fell awkwardly, and Frazier, right place, right time, as Bush was lurking in the area, the Mike linebacker. Now second down and 12. Tough running there by the Yellow Jackets to midfield. It's not going to be enough for the first down, as that is Jalen Frazier. Frazier also plays outside linebacker. This guy, longtime program guy, 3-year starter. I think they gave him a tote because he saved the day with that fumble recovery for his team to keep the possession alive. Third down and short. Under a minute to play in your third quarter, as Love not going to get it. As he is whipped down by Bush. Pressure in the backfield, and that caused Bush to make the stop. And one of those D linemen kind of redirected Love, and Bush made the stop. And it's fourth down.
They're going to
2.
Yeah, they're going to have to run a play here. As
nobody out to punt. They'll run it with Harold, and Harold, like a bull in a china shop, just pounding through the tackles and daring people to tackle him there. And Harold says, go ahead and you can move the chains. Man.
What a play call. Direct snap to Harold.
Wildcat, 88, and he is a big, angry running back going downhill.
Got some speed to him.
And that'll be the end of the third quarter. A defensive touchdown for Pleasant Hill. Their points of the third quarter. And they're trying to keep hope alive here in this championship game in the MRVC West. Fourth quarter coming up. The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee. They're proud to support Kansas City high school athletics. Fourth quarter coming up as we take a look at the Hy-Vee scoring by quarters. Balanced night for the visitors from center. Pleasant Hill got a defensive score in the third quarter. And of those 46, 5 rushing touchdowns by Ja'Cory Love. Big star of the game on a pink night. Cancer awareness. While we got a second, I want to pass on the condolences to the English family. Terry English passing away, wife Susie and their 4 children. The legendary girls basketball coach at Bishop Miege High School, and worked with Terry, and just sad to see him go. And nobody has more wins, nobody has more state championships. And also Dick Purdy passing away, the former Lawrence head coach at 88. But just a sad week for the high school sports community, and the passing of Terry English. Knew him quite well. Was scared to death to interview the guy the first time. If you ever see Terry coach a game, he is very animated, all over the place. And I thought, oh man, this guy's going to be a terror to interview. But he's a nice guy and very helpful. And son Jeff as well. And original Title IX guy back in the 70s. And just a great guy. And we want to wish our condolences to the whole family, and the whole Miege family for that matter. Is Love now inside the 10-yard line.
He kind of got tackled awkwardly. Kind of got pulled down by the back of his jersey.
And that could be that horse collar tackle. And those, when you get tackled like that, that is a dangerous situation. Well, he just grabbed the jersey and kind of rode him down. And usually the player falls on the back of the legs, and that's where the injury comes. But we've seen him working the wrist, and now Ja'Cory will take a leave of absence. And they'll run it with Jalen Frazier on a cutback run, and Jalen inside the 5 down near the 1-yard line. And once again, the ground game, the guys up front really opening things up for the likes of Love and now Frazier. They have done a great job. Really springing the running backs, whether a jet sweep or just a traditional running play. And now we go standard I formation. And this will be Big Harold, and Harold pounds it in for the touchdown, his 5th rushing touchdown of the year, as he was the up back, the blocking fullback, and Harold gets the 1-yard rushing touchdown for center.
Yeah, just a quick dive to Harold. Just kind of falls forward. Looked like the referee at the bottom of the field was the first to signal the touchdown. Now he's going to kick the extra point.
All right, Harold doing it all. Big number 88. And wow, drills it right through there, right toward the high school. And Harold, the up man, and just powered through the tackle of Cox into the end zone for the touchdown. But he's scored a few of these this year. That's his 5th.
Yeah, and he had the big 4th down run as well from the direct snap. Kevin, you talked about it. Coach DeLong always coming back full circle, rewarding those guys. And I think Harold got that touchdown, or that carry in the goal line, from picking up that big 4th down play.
Duroc Tafak. The S is silent in his name. He is born in Cameroon. His family came over. And he goes by Harold, just he wanted an American name, but even though his first name is Duroc, which is pretty cool in my opinion, and Coach DeLong likes it as well, but he wanted to go by Harold. And his dad teaches math at Lafayette. Harold speaks a number of languages. I'm told there's many derivations off the French language, and Harold can handle them. And he also has a 4.2 GPA, so he's an excellent student. And one of the bright stars, one of the seniors for this Center Yellow Jackets team, which, I mean, this group, they've been playing since their sophomore year, and both these teams are very good senior groups. They've been playing a long time. The old 3-year starter label for both these squads. Yes, here comes Easton Rowe in the offense. 53 points scored by Center tonight. They came in averaging 54 per game, so they're not even to their average yet. As here's Kaufman running off the left side and across the 40, and looks to have enough for a first down for the Roosters.
See Kaufman kind of get going in this second half. He's a tough guy to bring down once he gets those feet moving, gets those pads low. Takes a couple hits there, but able to fall forward.
First down for the Roosters. I was told before the game that the reason they have the Roosters and the Chicks as their mascot is because the high school is built on an old chicken farm. So that's why the mascots for the boys and girls are named that. As there's Harold picking up another sack as Easton Rowe goes down. Loss of about 4 yards on the sack by
in the
Big Harold.
Last 5 plays, he has a touchdown run, an extra point kick, and now a sack.
I mean, Harold is the man is got a flag down as this play is not going for much, as Jeff Gartner is your referee in charge tonight. And Coach DeLong gets the explanation. It's
illegal block below the waist on the offense. Penalty is declined. Third down.
so after the penalty, it'll be third down and just over 10. I'll make it 11 for Coach Hamilton. Only 37 years old. Once again, took over that 0-10 2019 team and won 2 games, then 7. Now he's got 7 wins this year. As now Rowe is in trouble and going down again. Sacked this time by Rontrell Gates, number 65.
You see the blitz here by Center. They brought the linebackers right up the middle and freed Gates. Get that sack. There were a couple other white jerseys around Rowe as he was going down to the ground.
Rowe in punt formation. Seeing issues with the snap. The snap is good, and the left-footed punter sends it down the field. Kadarius is told from the sideline. We could hear Coach Long from all the way up here saying, get away from it. 37 yards, no return, and now this Yellow Jacket offense. Both these teams have seen limited time in the fourth quarter because they've been crushing people throughout the regular season.
It looks like they just sent Juice Love back to the bench and said, I think your night is over, son.
Yeah, over 100 yards and 5 touchdowns. We've seen enough from number 8. As he will be on the sidelines. Mr. Vick, Black Moses will continue as the quarterback and will throw into the flat. And that is Jeff Strozier. Catch and run up near midfield for a first down.
See Vic just getting the ball out in open space to his playmakers. See the guys doing a good job. Just see Russell right there making a good block.
Yep, you stay alert on the sideline and see one of the guys get picked off. Mooneyham, the right tackle, as this running play is blown up. Easton Cotter also playing a nice game tonight, stuffing the run that time by Frazier. Second down and long. There's no hurry for the Yellow Jackets as see the quarterback using a lot of the play clock, getting it down to single digits before he decides to snap it. Now miscommunication, and Vic will deliver this one over the bench area onto the track.
I think they're going to get a couple of the linemen for being downfield. It was a run play. Vic had to kind of improvise.
Good call, Johnny.
Obviously, once he let the ball go, referee had to throw the flag. You see the offensive lineman turn around, but
Ineligible downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second.
looked like the running back went the wrong way and kind of left Vic to make a quick decision. And I think he made the right one, just getting rid of the ball. Don't take a hit, but
there you see a lot of penalties, both sides. Running play by Frazier. Bush making the stop at the 42-yard line. That leaves him third down and long. But Coach DeLong is, tell you what, championship week was his message to his guys. Yelling at the guys to play fast because they knew they were in for a tough conference battle. They wanted this game tonight. As Vic will throw to the flat, incomplete.
Yeah, well, they came out and they played really poised football. I mean, they give up the quick score early, but you see the quick striking capability, score on the second play on offense, and really haven't slowed down much since then. I guess the only thing you could say negative for center is, Vic's thrown 2 picks, but I think really one was only an overthrow. The other one traded out for a punt because it was 3rd and long when he threw that ball downfield.
And Harold will punt it down the field. The longest of punts. It's got a nice little roll at the end, but looks like they're spotting it near the 25, 33 yards. No return, and that is the first punt of the night by the Yellow Jackets. So
now we know who their punter is.
Well, yeah, I was told it was Ja'Cory Love, but Harold went out there. Harold is the utility man tonight.
I think they took Love's helmet away.
He's done for the night.
You're not going back.
You've done enough. 5 touchdowns, over 100 yards. Kaufman, first down run, bust free. And he's got a first down across the 35. Goes out of bounds in his bench area near the 38-yard line. Dylan Kaufman, senior running back.
They're getting good chunks of yard, like I said, in this second half. And you see why he's the school's leading rusher. He's a big guy that can move.
Rowe. And he'll get sacked on the play back inside the 35. That's Jalen Frazier sacking the Rooster quarterback. This is, I'm going to get sacked, but I'm going to, give the defender a little bit of my offhand there and just kind of fend him off, make him earn that sack.
No, Rowe's a tough kid, man. He's definitely not going to go down, and He's not happy about how the night went, but he's still out here competing.
And now we'll get a timeout for Pleasant Hill. Another Missouri game next week is Liberty playing host to Blue Springs South. Blue Springs is not too far from here. It's right down the road. Not familiar, Pleasant Hill, just outside of Lee Summit, down Highway 7. You got the National Weather Service here. Population around a little over 8,000. Got the name when the original settlers came through here. A pleasant situation on an elevated prairie. As there you see the camera guys, the new fancy technology that's being used. Man on the right, our own Sean Belden, Emmy award-winning producer, as this pass down the field is incomplete. And flags are down as the target was Starling. And looks like they're going to get Masterson with the penalty flag. And pass interference on center.
And holding on Pleasant Hill. They decided to throw two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
two?
Yeah.
All right.
Holding, offense,
offsetting
pass
penalties.
interference,
Huh?
defense. Those penalties will offset. Replay second down.
So a replay of the second down. So it'll be second down and 17 from the 32-yard line as Coach DeLong discusses with the men in stripes. That was the pass interference. And this pass is caught by Klein. Not much running room as a little wide receiver screen action to Klein, but couldn't turn it up for much. Just a short gain.
So Jalen Frazier kind of work his way past that blocker, able to make that tackle. Again, another guy that's had a pretty good night on both sides of the football, as we've seen him run the ball a couple times on offense, a couple big plays. He's got a sack.
Third down and long pass. Wants the deep ball, and the receiver can't run underneath it. That is Klein. Coverage by K.D. Williams was pretty good. It would have taken a perfect pass. As Klein frustrated. Yes. Maybe he had a half step, but it was a small window to get that ball in, and now it's fourth down and punting time for Rowe. Fourth down and 15 at his own 34-yard line. Center thinks a fake is coming there as they don't really saw the second wave kind of stay in there. Yeah, 36-yard punt. K.D. Williams fair catch. And offense coming back on the field as we're probably going to see more of the second and third unit guys trying to get some time here. And that's been the MO really for the whole season for center. I mean, I don't know if you consider a 42-7 ball game close. It's not really that close. Some of their scores this year, 50s and 60s, but when you're averaging 54 points per game, this team is really putting up the numbers. This is Strozier trying to reverse his field, still keeping himself alive. Flag is down.
I think the ball came out.
I thought I saw some yellow.
You might not be wrong about that. It's either a beanbag or a flag.
Yeah, it is the flag and the illegal block on center.
block in the back, offense, 10-yard from the spot of foul, repeat first down.
So Strozier talked about him as an improved player. Jet sweep, and then he says hits the brakes and then tries to reverse his field, and see some friendly fire there as the Rooster player taking out his teammate. I think that set up the illegal block. Is now a miscommunication, and Vic's going to have to eat it. Yes, able to get it back to the 20-yard line. I can hear Coach DeLong yelling from the far sideline at his team.
Well, he's wanting him to take the play clock down inside of 5.
Well, yeah, I think he, finish strong probably is also the message here. Finish ball game. Still hear him yelling at practice. Championship week, these guys. That was all about the conference championship. Strozier, short side run. As he is taken down by Carter Hull. And not much gain as the clock continues to run. Also Bush there as well, who's had a nice game tonight. Leading tackler for Pleasant Hill. But when you talk to Coach Hamilton, Johnny, it was all about handling the speed of center, and that speed is lethal. They have so many guys that bring the speed, whether it's Russell at a wide receiver position, Love at a running back spot. Just so much team speed, just hard to handle. There's a new running back in the game.
And it's not just the skilled position, it's the defensive
speed on defense.
linemen.
Good point, Johnny. Yeah.
Harold's got a few big plays in the backfield. Talked about Jalen Frazier, outside linebacker. And these guys have speed all over the field. It's just tough to match that when you got a quarterback that can get the ball into those playmakers' hands as much as Vic does. It just makes this tough team to prepare for.
A.J. Caldwell, a sophomore backup running back, at the last tote. And now 4th down and long, and Harold back in for more punting duties. And a fair catch is taken near the 43-yard line. 38 yards. Hicks with the fair catch. Pleasant Hill going to fall to 7-1 on the year. They'll finish off the regular season next Friday at Summit Christian Academy. Senior night here at Pleasant Hill going to be a tough one. After losing to Center last year at Center Stadium, here's Kaufman with a powerful run. Near midfield, get about 6 or 7 on the first down run.
Yeah, no quitting these guys for Pleasant Hill. They're running the ball hard, trying to get those extra yards. A lot of pride on this sideline.
And no fans have gone home, as you see on the home bleachers. It is filled to the brim. Support their sports. I was out here earlier this week to interview Coach Hamilton, and a lot of people at an 8th grade game when I was here Tuesday. Yeah, those are the home fans. Nobody's left. They're going to support their team to the bitter end. And that win tonight, it's a brisk night. There's Kaufman.
Well, you talk about, the fan support here, and, that's such a big part of building a program, building a culture is, you got to have all people on board, and, these fans know how much, it means to these players to be in the stands and cheering them on regardless of the outcome.
Kaufman going to sub out. Bush in at running back. Yeah, they do a good job of supporting the girls programs, the chicks and boys programs as well. This would be second down and 5. Here's Bush. Running play. Bush breaks a tackle, stumbling, and he'll get in for the touchdown. That is Braden Bush, 37 yards. Off the bench into the end zone.
And he's had a heck of a game on the defensive side of the ball. Right there, you see the fresh legs at the running back position. Scamper down the field. Looked like he was going to be brought down about the 20-yard line, but able to keep his feet.
Showed good balance. And that is his 9th rushing touchdown of the year. They line up for the point after touchdown row. Starlin is the holder. And he able to get it through there. It's up and good. Yes. This wasn't the most graceful of PATs as we go back to the Bush touchdown run there. The stiff arm. Maintaining his balance as he's knocked down. Falling into the end zone. Let's go back to the PAT row. Yep. That looked like Butker with that sore ankle kick there. He just kind of stopped and just swing the leg through, and it's up and good for Rowe as it's 53-27. So we've hit 80 points in this ball game. Kind of thought that, yeah, it was going to be a high-scoring game tonight. Hands team in for a onside kick. Instead, they'll kick it deep. And this is A.J. Caldwell, one of their backup running backs. We saw him in that last series. Across the 25, takes a hard hit. Carter Hall involved in the special team stop. And now here comes Ja'Cory Love, which is a shocker to...
I think they're going to go into the victory formation.
Oh, okay.
Here.
So they want their leaders out there to take part in the celebration since he had over 100 yards. Well, now he's just backing up as a safety man as they line up to run the last minute and change off the clock and go to 8-0, 5-0 in the conference. They'll have a conference game next week against Clinton, who struggled this year, but it's going to be Coach DeLong's first in the MRVC Western Conference. They won the West Central Conference 4 times under Coach DeLong. Come over to this league a few years ago, and this will be their first in the conference titles, and that means a lot to Coach DeLong in this program. But they have a chance to get a championship in Class 4. There's a lot of tough competitors. St. Mary's still the #1 team, but you got local teams like Kearney and the defending champ Smithville that you're going to have to handle. Once again, these Yellow Jackets are #4 in the Class 4 Missouri State poll. And a couple kneel downs, and you got a conference title going to 87th and Holmes area, and that is Center High School. Going to have a celebration as they are the 2022 conference champions with a road victory over the Roosters of Pleasant Hill as the clock is winding out on a high-scoring 53-27 victory for the Yellow Jackets of Center. Congratulations to them. Big stars in the game. Ja'Cory Love over 100 yards and 5 touchdowns. This offense so potent. Believe it or not, did not reach their average scoring mark. 1 point below. They were coming in averaging 54 per game. They only got 53 tonight in their road victory tonight. 53-27 for Coach DeLong and the Yellow Jackets. And sportsmanship going on as both teams shaking hands on a senior night here at Pleasant Hill High School. Congratulations to the Yellow Jackets. Big night for number 8. As Juice Love, 5 touchdown night. 24 touchdowns on the season now for that junior running back. And Center makes it 2 in a row in this rivalry matchup in the MRVC West. Yellow Jackets gonna celebrate for the cameras tonight as they get the victory 53-27. And they are the 2022 MRVC West Conference champions. Tell you, they came on the road, tough situation against a good team, and they got it done on both sides of the ball. As we check in with the head coach, here's Brian DeLong with Leon.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, a battle of unbeatens, a great atmosphere, a conference, a matchup. How do you feel about this one, especially the way your team came out in the second half?
Feel really good. I'm proud of our kids. We have a great group of kids. Obviously very good football players, but like 10, 15 kids, 3.5 and above GPAs, just phenomenal kids that have worked very hard all summer and have all in on football. And the environment here was nice. Pleasant Hill's a great town and a football town, and you know, Coach Hamilton's a good friend of mine. They're going to be a tough deal with in 3A. They're a good team, and it's a lot of fun being here tonight.
You guys, you put up a lot of points. Your offense is so dynamic, so exciting to watch. But I want to ask you first, what about your defense?
Just proud of them tonight. I mean, you know, what'd they score? I mean, I guess they're at the end.
Scored 3 touchdowns off turnovers.
Yeah, pick 6, and we don't field a punt. And, you know, I was really proud of our defense because that is a tough offense. The tempo they bring and the 2 running backs, the 2-headed monster with 33 and 25 are punishing, old school, not run around you, run through you. And I really was proud of our run defense, how we held them to 2 or 3 yards on most runs and kind of put them behind the sticks. No one had done that to them all year, so I'm very proud of our defense.
But that offense is pretty exciting and fun to watch, as I mentioned. You got a guy, Ja'Cory Love. What is it like to have a weapon like that? 5 touchdowns.
Juice Love, he is dynamic. And it's kind of, you know, I would not want to defend us with Joseph, Vic, and our receivers. It's kind of, you know, what are you going to do? And coaches, our offensive staff spends a lot of time. And, you know, I am not the play caller. They do a tremendous job. And it's just fun to be around, man.
I heard the referee congratulate you and say you're going to go far, 8-0. How far can this team go?
I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to keep working hard every week, and we got Clinton next week and senior night at the Hive, and we're going to worry about that right now and just be blessed to coach these kids another week. And, you know, after that, it's kind of the crying games. You know, you either win in advance or you're going to have a bunch of seniors in your locker room crying. So we're going to enjoy every week and work really hard as coaches to put ourselves in the best situation because 4A is tough. It's very tough.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys.
Go enjoy your team.
Football. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Kevin, back up to you.
Thanks, Leon. Thanks, Coach. 53-27. Center wins it. The Hive is hopping. They're the conference champions for 2022. Hy-Vee postgame coming up next, right after this. Got fireworks here at Pleasant Hill Stadium, Eklund Field, as Center celebrating a 53-27 win. They're the MRVC West champions for 2022, but the folks here at Pleasant Hill getting the fireworks up in the air, Johnny, and we saw some fireworks. We saw some big plays, big offense. Yellow Jackets, too much speed, too much love tonight. Love was spread all around as he got 5 touchdowns. And this is a good road win for Center.
Yeah, and you heard Coach DeLong after the game talk about he's got a lot of playmakers, and you never know which guy's going to, you know, be the go-to guy. Tonight it was Juice Love. And he did what he needed to do. Very effective running the football, 5 touchdowns. But I think we also saw how prolific this passing game is as well. Pleasant Hill, they've got still, a little bit to go, but, got to pride themselves in being 7-0 up to this point, and got to clean a couple things up, finish the season off strong.
I want to say a special thank you to Jim Oliver, the AD at Pleasant Hill, and all the people here at Pleasant Hill for making us feel so welcome. Also, thanks to Center AD Bob Ray. Thanks to our coaches, Brian DeLong, Justin Hamilton, our producer, Joe Novacek, for Johnny Beck, Leon Lebo, our entire crew. Kevin White saying so long from Pleasant Hill Stadium. Next week at Liberty, Blue Springs South versus Liberty, big Missouri Class 5 matchup. Congratulations, conference champions for 2022, the Center Yellow Jackets, as we say goodnight from Pleasant Hill, Missouri.